House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy is helping lead the charge against destructive behavior and language on social media, perhaps none more so than on Twitter. Case in point, this Oregon House candidate, Mark Roberts, he calls himself an independent, just a leftist. He's facing backlash after this disgusting tweet directed at Melania Trump. Quote, "Did you know the First Lady works by the hour?" And I'm not going to read the hashtags. You can read them for yourself. Can you imagine if someone said that about Michelle Obama, what they'd be doing tonight? And now Leader McCarthy is calling on Twitter to suspend Roberts. The congressman joins us now exclusively with more on that and other issues. Congressman McCarthy, this is so low, but it's one of the many things the left has said about conservative women over the last few years that have gone on. It's gone on with impunity. No repercussions, no boycotts. They say it, they get away with it, and they're celebrated for it, Congressman.
You're exactly right. That's why he's saying it. And this is inappropriate on any platform to say about our First Lady, this First Lady, or any other First Lady. And Twitter is treating people much different. You look what they did to conservatives. They shadow banned them. And when you shadow ban somebody, everything you put up on Twitter is invisible except to yourself. And you know what they did to the RNC chair, Ronna McDaniels? They shadow banned her. Congressman Devin Nunes, they shadow banned him. Now, they just said, oh, it was a glitch, it was just an algorithm. But there was not one of the 78 Democratic progressive liberal members who ever got shadow banned. Yeah, they are going after conservative speech.
Right, so Jack Dorsey's a big liberal who founded Twitter. He's a big fan of Barack Obama. I mean, that's fine. That's fine if he's a big liberal.
Yeah, but he even apologized for eating at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah,
which I found unbelievable in that process. But here's an individual that said a speech that, in my belief, is hateful, does not belong on that platform. He should suspend his account. Because he goes on to even speak more about the First Lady. But he bans conservatives, but not this individual.
Yeah, but he wasn't banned from Twitter, correct? I mean, I learned about this.
He's not suspended.
Yeah, I learned about this because I saw your retweet. I mean, not to get too into it, but it was a response to something our friend Charlie Kirk of Turning Point USA had written. And this freak responds to his tweet and says the H word, hoe bag, whatever. I don't know if that is so stupid. It's like something you'd read or hear in some kind of lame, gross hip hop thing or something. I don't know. But if you said it about Michelle Obama, what would be happening? What would be happening tonight?
Oh, if this person would be shut down. There would be no opportunity for him ever to be on Twitter again. But listen to why he responded to Charlie. Charlie simply pointed out that our First Lady is running a thinner, leaner operation where there's fewer people working there. And he responds this way to her. But what goes farther is this is happening on social media in a lot of different places. Remember what Google did to the Republicans in California a week before our primary. They said our philosophy was Nazism. Remember what Twitter continues to do to other conservatives, a shadow ban. This has got to stop, especially before we go into this campaign. How many other individuals that's sitting out there that want to have a communication or talk about a conservative subject get banned or their views are never being seen? But individuals can talk like this and they never get suspended.
Yeah, and the problem,
this is what's wrong. We have to.
And the problem, Congressman, is that when young people do basic searches for information, they do basic searches on capitalism or on tax cuts. And it's interesting to see what comes up on those searches. And invariably, the most left-wing, progressive, even socialist views, which are couched in the most beautiful terms, come up first. That's the problem when you have companies that get so big, their market cap is larger than most countries. And they have such an outsized influence. It's a problem.
It's a major problem because we found Facebook, prior to the last election, was suppressing conservative views that were going out there. It's exactly what you're talking about. They're only allowing other views to come forward. That's why they have to have a very clear policy. It's got to be held accountable of what we're moving forward on.
Well, is there anything you can do on the congressional level?
And I've been doing both.
On the congressional level, there's nothing you can do, right?
Well, we brought him in for hearings. What I fundamentally believe is they have to stop the bias. And ever since I came out with this, I simply did a tweet one time of what I found had happened, stop the bias. Even happened to my own wife in the process, but I was able to speak up for it. I'm getting many people across the social media showing me what's happened to them.
Good.
And they don't have a voice.
Good. We got to get the evidence.
This has got to stop, and I won't wait till we get it cleared up.
Got to get the evidence out. All right. I did my opening angle, Congressman, on 4 ways to avoid impeachment and avoid losses in the midterms. And I focused on the economy, how the focus has to be relentless on economic growth, and how Pelosi will reverse the gains that have been made. At the same time, there is concern that we will have a risk of a government shutdown. Now, President Trump said at his rally tonight that he's considering, quote, drastic measures, if necessary, to get the funding for the wall. Now, he campaigned on the wall, and Congress hasn't delivered on the wall that he campaigned on, and I believe the American people want this enforcement done. What's your read on this? Would a government shutdown hurt Republican chances in November?
I think timing is everything. If you shut down in the 30th and you've got 60 votes in the Senate, the Democrats would take advantage of that right before the election. Now, let's be very clear. We have put money into the wall. We are currently building the wall, but we have to finish the wall.
$25
if you look
billion,
in the House, we put more money forward.
Yeah, we need the money.
We got a lot further more to go. And in the House, it's not a problem. It's the Senate and the rules of where we go. We've got to pick the right timing when we have this. But you are correct when it comes to the economy. Think for one moment. And there's three entities you really want to watch in this election: women, independents, and seniors. If you watch and you look at from all the Democrat open seats, when it was a race between a woman versus a man, a woman won 71% of the
getting
time.
Killed. Republicans
but you know what's happened
killed.
since this? Yeah, what happened though since this tax cut went through? 1 million new jobs. Women in America, the unemployment for women at the lowest points it's been in 65 years.
But Congressman, don't the women want things to calm down? Women want things calm and peaceful, more happiness. So I think Trump has to be the happy warrior.
Less dysfunction.
He was happy warrior tonight. We want happy warrior Trump because it's very charming and very. I think it just makes people happy. We want that. Do you agree with me on that, or am I overstating it?
No, I agree 100%. If people really saw the President Trump I always see, he is a happy warrior. He's a lot like when you watched Ronald Reagan. If you believe that your policies bring people more freedom and liberty, you should be a happy conservative.
Absolutely.
Because people want to know about him more often.
And we know what's going to happen
if the Democrats. That's exactly what you should go out.
Yeah, if the Democrats get control, it's going to be mired in investigation mania on Capitol Hill. It's all going to be undone. Congressman, thanks for joining us exclusively tonight. We really appreciate it.